An adaptive athlete, for me, is someone who has to do things differently. I have one kidney, it's in failure. I have a heart valve defect. I have a catastrophic lung injury, and half my joints don't work. My feet have been reconstructed probably a dozen times apiece. My fellow racers say when they run alongside me, it sounds like a dying walrus.
A couple of times I've come up on her on a race and questioned if her lung was going to come out of her mouth, because that's about what it sounded like.
It is very disconcerting to those that come along, like, what's wrong with her?
In the group that we run with, there are athletes of all kinds of different ability levels and adaptive athletes where you see their limitations and those that you don't.
Because I'm not overtly adaptive, because I have all my limbs, it confuses people. I might sound ridiculous, but I'm not going to allow that to stop me. Meet me, not my diagnosis. See what I can do. With kidney failure, it regulates your blood pressure, your temperature, and your pH. And with kidney failure, you get waste backup in your body. So it is a complete body fog and pain at all times. So anything with elevation affects my lung. Anything with temperature changes affects my entire body. Anytime I'm running, it can affect my blood pressure and my heart regulation. And it is a minute by minute, day by day kind of thing. So I never know how I'm going to act or react to anything. At the level of failure, the way my trend is going, I might only get to do OCR a few more years. There's a wave of certain adaptive athletes that want adaptive medals for finishing the races, and we want to play with the big dogs and say we can do what everybody else can do, even though we have to work harder.
When I have to run against her, that's a huge challenge for me because she's just darn good.
Knowing that she's running with one kidney and how hard it is for her to adapt to the cold and then back out into the heat, and how she can't regulate her body temperature, like, that's such an inspiration.
There's everything about Tahoe. It's the championship round. They're not going to make it easy. The distance, which is going to be hard on my kidney. The elevation is going to be hard on my lung. And then the water swim at the top, the cold. So from a temperature and a distance and an elevation standpoint, it's going to be the most challenging race I've ever attempted. And I just think it's important that I run for those who can't, that I want to finish this race. We're not handicapped, we're not held back, we're not less than. We want to go to the highest level and live to the highest level like everyone else and compete on those levels. And I'm not going to place limits on me, regardless of what challenges I've had.
Well, when I grow up, I want to be just like Karen.
My name is Karen Porter, and I am adaptive.